What's going on? This is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid, and welcome to Base Hang 112, as it were. Um, Dropping in, saying what's good. I normally start this whole thing off with what's up to the people in the background, but I think they may be doing other stuff, so this may just be short, sweet, kicking it with y'all, seeing how y'all doing, and kind of updating y'all on some of the stuff that's happening on the channel. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy Father's Day to everyone that applies to. I am a father as well, so I did have a pretty nice day today with the family. So I hope you had the same type of day. Um, do appreciate everybody that's here in the building. And I like to start this whole thing off with asking the question: where are you watching this stream from? Like state, city. You could say state. You don't have to be specific where you are, but I like to know who actually is watching this and where. I think I've gotten Hawaii, Germany, New Zealand, Australia. Um, One time I got Japan, and then of course England. It's pretty cool to know that this channel is reaching everybody in the different time zones at the same time. We're all having the same base hang experience. Um, yeah, I do have some other questions I do want to present to the board later on. Uh, Assuming nobody else pops up and kind of redirects how this thing is actually going. Um, let's see. So, kicking it with KD, what's happening? Happy Father's Day. Left to center, Gear, Texas, what's happening? Left to centers from H Town, dope. Kicking it with KD from Virginia Beach. Um, Cool, cool. If you are watching this, I'm asking where y'all are watching this thing from. Y'all just put it in the chat. What's happening, Raj W from Montana? That's dope. I did want to bring this up because there is new shakings in the Sire world, and I had this just on happenstance. Um, Love that bass. I need to give it more love. Um, Sire finally released the Z7. So I am a buzz, and I'm not sure if I think it's the P10. I'm not sure if that actually released yet, but I did look it up on Z Zounds because I got a tip that they were actually in the, not doing pre-sale anymore. They were actually selling the base. And I seen somebody on Instagram with the base I wanted, the same colorway and everything. And they say it's burgundy, but it looks pink to me. But I don't care either way. It looks nice. It does a little sparkle thing. I dig it. So I'm about to check that out real quick. You can follow me on that journey. All right. Let me get that queued up. Let's do the window. Let's do this. Let's do this. I do apologize if I'm gonna be gassing you. If you're into trying to get it, let's just pull up on Sweetwater, see what's up. If I can get there. Okay, pre-order. Okay. Let's go to Z Zounds. Let's go to so C7. This is the ticket. Add the card. Oh, it's still pre-order. How? Am I tripping? Or maybe they sold out. I hope they didn't sell out. Because I thought I could actually get it now. That's what happened. Okay, so everybody hit them up at one time. Okay, so it is coming, and I think they said it's gonna be August whenever everything is supposed to like actually be active. Everybody's supposed to get it. This is the colorway I wanted. If you watch the channel, you already knew that. This is what I want. I'm probably gonna end up doing something sexy with the pick guard, maybe wrapping it in something. I have to figure it out. Maybe a Hello Kitty thing. Who knows? But I do like that one. This isn't bad. This isn't a bad look here, but I kind of want something like this, man. This is kind of more my speed. I like it. If I wasn't getting this one, and if I was just getting just the Music Man one, um, is it the Z3 or Z5? Might be Z3. Maybe not. Okay. Sire-base. Let's see. I think it's in this range. Not sure. Okay. Where's just the Music Man? This actually ain't bad looking either. But it's acoustic. I can't get with that. Nah, man, I'm straight on that. Okay. Was I looking at it already at the bottom? Yes. That is crazy value, but I would get it in this flavor if I was to pick it up. But as of now, I have no need to get just a straight Music Man. I need more options available because I have two, well, three Music Man bases right now. And even though this is pretty, that's pretty as well. There's something about that burgundy. Something about that that talks to me. And it's $700. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's in pre-order. Ah, I want it. Now, me just looking at it, it's double battery. They're not separate battery boxes. I don't know how that's gonna work. They've changed a few of their designs over the years. They used to do individual battery compartments like this. I don't know if you can see that. Let me minimize this and come back. They used to do separate battery compartments like this, and this is a first gen M2. And then they went to a kind of a more, I think they actually put a plate on it. Yeah, they put a plate on it. And this is a second gen. This is the second gen M2. And looks like now they're swapping back and going to a single compartment that you put the double 9-volt batteries in. And I think that's probably going to be cool. That's going to bring back the convenience, but also make it a little bit more solid. So that's nice. Um, I think the original problem with this setup was people were breaking, they were breaking the doors and stuff. Like it wasn't as strong, so it was snap. And those separate pieces got annoying to replace. So they went to a more permanent situation with a screw. Well, that takes away a lot of the accessibility. So I think that this iteration of it is actually going to answer that problem if it is actually a problem like that. So, gonna be pretty cool. Back feeding. All right. Let's see. All right. Burgundy. Yeah, if I can get it, it looks pink to me, which is more attractive than the top burgundy. So, okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. Also, if they had like a sparkle green like the Talman 310, I used to have one, that would have been a nice look too. But I'm not complaining about it, especially for $700. I don't know that they have the P10 here yet, but it don't hurt to take a look at it. Let's bring it back over here. No, yeah. Oh, Donald Dan, thank you. Happy Father's Day, if it applies as well. Let's see. Sire, come on now. Get the typing right. Is it P10? Nope. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. See what we talking about. Let's just go straight to the site and see what they talking about. This is beautiful. And I low key like this. Like this is low key, yeah. But I'm wondering about this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? because I like that. I'm never gonna get a Federa, so I wouldn't mind getting a Fodera, as it were. This is clean. It's one piece through. I would get the 6 string version just because, just because. And I like that it has all the options, man. Like this, I'm assuming it's cool selecting and active passive, just like every other sire layout. With the burrow top, seems like it's a good time. But I do like that one. If I did not get that one, I would definitely shade back in this one. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Okay, okay, y'all cooking. Y'all cooking over there. What this talking about? What's this backside talking about? Man, look, the backside on this one is crazy. That is crazy. That's they cooking. Yeah, man. That is nice. I wouldn't be mad if the whole thing was this color. That's beautiful with the gold. I like that. And it's doing the bigger box, bigger single piece box. Okay. Yeah. I could rock with that one. Get some specs on it. See what it's talking about. What are you? Ash body, popular burl top. Hmm. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. I like a sparkling royal blue. Yeah. That'd be fire too. I do already have a sparkle blue base though. But yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. I have the natural on pre-order with Sweetwater, the Z5. It's a Z5 that's out there. Am I tripping? Z5? I only see Z3 through Z7. Hmm. Okay. It's either three or seven. So all right, congrats. Let's see. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. That is beautiful. And yeah, Sire really has changed. They've changed up. They put the pressure on a lot of people, especially whenever they start shipping out stuff. Like it's gonna be different for the first few months. Like Christmas is gonna be crazy this year for them. Just like when it came out the first time, everybody wanted one. So we'll see how it goes. And then they were supposed to have redesigned the edgeless system, and they was already doing the edgeless on the second gen. So I'm interested to see how they've improved and what they've changed, if they changed anything or just rebranded it as something. But this is nice. Not originally was just into this one, just on general principle. That just looks fire. Until I seen that natural one, and I'm not sure which one I like more. This is calling me now. Like it's talking real loud. Mm, I like that one. All right, let's see. What else they got up in here? Okay. New V10. Oh, okay. This is what it is. All right. Just seen that one. Didn't want to see that one. What is this one? Short scale joint. Okay. Okay. That's cute. All right. I can see the attraction. But yeah. Even this one's stomping. This is, I think, their most expensive bass they make. I think this is at 1800. This is this is Fender American Pro territory, and that's a passive bass. pretty wild. Yeah, so that's the latest thing I seen. I got a notification that they're possibly shipping out early shipments or the first pre-orders of stuff. Um, Kind of sad that it's not ready. I might have pulled the trigger today, but everything happens for a reason, and I can be patient. I've been waiting this long. I've been waiting this long. Yep, I might as well just wait on it. Let's see. Sorry, the Z7 Natural. Okay, so you getting this one in, or maybe the 4 string version of it. Either way, that's still nice. It's a nice looking bass. They're all nice looking. It's just that one speaks to me. Or it did before I seen that other one, but that's $500 more, and this is I could do some damage with this. Kind of wonder if I can reconfigure it to split the coil. If I can split the coil or maybe do like a series or parallel, I wonder. Or let's see, swap in like an Aggie pickup. I don't know what the spacing is. I wonder what the spacing is on the bridge. And I'm not sure. I don't know that I could actually play this, so I'm not going to and have them flag me. Anyway, so yeah, that's my little news here. I hope y'all are doing great. Um Moving. So you may have noticed, you may not have noticed, I haven't really posted anything like bass related, like serious, other than doing these bass hangs for the past probably 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks or so. Um, I really haven't been feeling the juice. Like, sometimes you go through a slump and you kind of don't want to play, just kind of going through the motions of doing stuff. Well, that was me this whole coming month. So, or this past 30 days or so. I was like, I don't have any inspiration to get down. I got all the equipment. I could do videos doing, modifications, and I have content that I can film. That's not the problem at all. I still need to do upgrades. I found some preamps that I can throw into some basses and expedite that. Like I have this Fender Player Plus, the green one that I gave away like 2 years ago. I still have that one, and I was waiting on Close to come out with a neck and a pick guard to go on that bass, and I was going to do the full swap all at one time. Well, maybe taking them a little bit too long, or maybe I need to check in with them. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw in that preamp and then film that stuff with my Ardare preamp that I had there. I am not formally endorsed by Ardare, but they are my favorite preamp. Like they're my most installed preamp on my channel. Recently getting into EMG, and they are doing a thing. My last one I actually need to record again. Is this one? This is an EMG build that I finished, and this is a monster. So I need to restring this, and I'll introduce y'all to her formally in a hopefully this week or next week. So that'll be coming. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about making some changes as far as what bases I have in the collection, whether or not I'm gonna be selling them to acquire the new stuff that I want, because I don't play all of them and they're not getting taken care of. So I much rather have them with somebody that's gonna take care of them than for them to just sit on my wall as pieces of art, I guess. Oh, the Fender is this one right here, the Player Plus. That's the one I'm gonna be working on. And yeah, that's that's the thing. So that's why I haven't been really posting like that. Um, I'm a little bit better now, so I do have some videos in the cut that I need to edit and actually sit down with them and or reshoot them because they're past due. I should have been had content out on the stuff that I have. So that's gonna be the focus moving into the next week. Um, I'm gonna be going back into my everyday bully channel again. Depression. I've figured out that it's depression. So I'm getting back into the gym stuff on my actual channel. I post whatever the heck I want to post on. Everyday Bully. It's in the description if y'all want to check that out. My weight loss journey, me building a home gym, stuff I'm doing, food I'm preparing, and all that good stuff. That's gonna be over there. So if y'all want to check the lifestyle stuff out, you can definitely do that. Um, and I'm gonna be doing everyday bully on Instagram too. I'll be going live and talking and walking around, getting my exercise in, chopping it up. But yeah, so there's that. I'm thinking about starting the doing the Patreon or doing it behind the scenes whenever I'm filming stuff, and then throwing that up there. So I have the ideas. I just need to execute the plan. So that's the updates and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I had to say that was on my plate. But now we have a mainstay with the channel just pulled up. Hope he's ready. Bringing him in. What's going on, Trav?
Hey, it's a great day. Bully yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I can't complain. Yeah. Um, it's just kind of going through the comments and letting people know what the heck's going on. I got that glass. Yeah, chalice.
Was a
Nice,
Father's Day present last year,
nice.
and then my
Yeah, I
wife
got like
took it and started making tea in it. So she bought a second one so I could have mine.
I bought four because that reason. I was like, yeah, I could see myself being lazy and not washing this, so let me get like a few of them. So I did that.
You never know when you
Uh,
need. I don't even know what size it is. It's like what, a
it's like
quart maybe.
32. Yeah, something like that. It's pretty awesome. Um, let's see. They're saying not till September on getting them in. Okay. This is talking about the sire bases. Just kind
Yeah,
of ran through it and stuff.
musician's friend started pre-orders on like the F10 and stuff, and theirs is I think supposed to be the 7th or ninth. I ordered one through them too, just to see who'd get it first.
Mm. Wait, so you just cancel the other?
No, no, they're both still on order. Whoever says they get it first, I'll be like, okay, and then I'll cancel the other one. But with Sweetwater having pushed it back like 5 times, I know it's not their fault, but
Mm,
still, if there's 50 people who have ordered it through Sweetwater and two who have ordered it on Musician's Friend because they didn't advertise it. They don't even when I ordered it, they didn't even have a picture. Like they didn't
mm,
even have like a thumbnail for it. It was just their like square with like musician's friend. And then it was like Sire
really?
F10. I was like, hey, how about that? Plus, when I order from them, I usually get like a 20% discount because I work with the same agent each time. So
Nice.
it was pretty cool. So whoever gets it in first will be sending it to you.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I'm not upset at you saying that. That's cool. Um, let's see.
It should be played by somebody competent before it has to settle for me.
Hey, man, that's a very loose term that you just assigned me, and I'm still, I'm not. Mm, I play around. I don't. Every once in a while, I get the right notes in succession. Um,
If it sounds good, they
love.
don't have to be the right notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's also true. That's yeah. Uh, I'm a living testimony. Love the wood on that EMG. I think he's talking about the Harley Benton bass I just picked up. Have all EMGX stuff, and I went with the ivory pickup cover.
Oh,
Kind of, yeah, it pops.
the one like what I have, but yours is the 5 string JJ. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of the ivory kind of pops on the pearl and stuff. So need to swap the strings on it. I have played them dead.
What was on it? I'm
Um,
gonna guess foundations, but I'll ask.
no, no, it was actually whatever Lob had on them before. I haven't changed them in probably 3 years. So this is gonna be the first swap out, and this should be really crispy. But yes, it will be foundations, or I might do
If
the
you
power wounds.
if you want to try out a set of the tape wounds that I normally use through an accident with musicians friend. They sent me 4 packs of 5 string set that
Okay,
are, I think they're standard scale. So if you want, I
okay.
can send you a set. You can try it out.
That sounds good to me. That'll be a video. I don't mind that. Um, let's see. Snap. Go and listen to Mark Emmett. I need to actually study him. I need to actually like go on a journey of studying these musicians and try to like maybe explain what they're doing. I think that'll be probably be cool. Samuel, what's happening? Let's see. Alan, do you have a professional helping you with the depression? Something? Yeah, I've talked to some people, talked to a few people that kind of helped me get to where I'm mentally at right now. So, yes. Um, and I didn't want to do it. I was like, man, I'm fine. It's cool. Then I just go and sit in my room and play Ghost of Tsushima for like 4 hours. Like that's not it's not the most positive thing. And the crazy thing is, I was playing the video game and then went into the closet and found a bass I thought I sold. It's an Allen Eden, like it's really nice. And I thought I sold it. I was like, what are you doing here?
Just take off the Eden and put brown on it.
Oh
Signature
man,
bass
I thought
again.
about it. I thought about it. I thought about it.
This is my other signature bass that I had nothing to do with its creation.
I mean, listen, nobody says anything. Is it really a problem? You know? Let's see.
And if they say something and you don't care, is it really a
I
problem?
it's is it really a problem? Yeah. Let's see. So I just got in the tube amp from Ampeg. I guess it's the Portaflex 50, I believe it's called, with a 15 cab and a 210 cab. That sounds pretty solid, especially if you down with the Ampeg sound. I actually want to controversial. You ready? I'm debating swapping teams and going Gailey and Kruger instead of Aguilar. I'm debating because that GK Neo has never done me wrong. Like GK, like all I need is just the 15. Just get the Neo 15. I don't need the 410 and lugging that thing around. Just get the Neo 15. Throw it maybe with a 300 RB head. But the problem is, I already have the Tone Hammer 350, so I might as well just pay the $600, $800 and get the freaking 12 and then call it good. Because that's really the tastiness I'm trying to delve into. Um, so yeah.
I love when you talk about amps because I don't know anything about them. So
Man, listen. So this
it's
is what's
fine.
crazy. This was wild. Every amp does a characteristic thing.
Hmm.
Like Ampeg sounds like an Ampeg. SVT on the track, you know that's an SVT, right?
Hence why
Uh,
there's so many like plug-in softwares because you got every kind of filter.
yeah, yeah. Also, it's kind of like whether or not you lean or tend towards jazz bass and or humbuckers and or P bass. Like it's kind of a you hear it, you like it, you gravitate towards it. So um for me, I like more of a modern slappy sound. So I really don't dwell too deeply in mids, high mids, low mids type stuff. And Ampeg kind of forces that out of you. Fender kind of does it, but I get to like tweak the different amp models that they have, so I can find that it's basically a Sans amp type of setup, and I kind of just I changed the cab, I changed the EQing on the actual amp, and just kind of add in pedals. Like only reason why I haven't done like a full deep dive on that bad boy is because it's too much information to try to get through. So just kind of let it go 3 years ago. I was like, I don't even have the bandwidth to even do this justice. So I may as well not even attempt. Less just me being hard on myself.
Is it anything like, I know you said pedals and stuff. Is it that there's a specific sound you go for, or is it that certain ones offer more versatility of, hey, if I'm playing this kind versus that kind? Like I've said, when I play at church, I ended up,
Mm.
I looked at it because I thought we just had a direct box because it just sits on the floor and we plug into it. And it wasn't until last time I played I realized that it was a tone hammer that they have
And
that
it's still a
runs
direct box.
direct.
It's still a direct
Yeah,
box.
but
It's
it
just a
has all
preamp.
the EQ stuff. I thought that it was just a, because when I play acoustic on rhythm, it's just a direct box. There's no EQ, there's no pan, there's nothing. It's all done by the board.
Yeah.
But like you
Yeah.
had asked a question when we had a bunch on here once, and it was you'd said like what kind of tone do you go for? And everyone was saying like what you're saying. Oh, I like a Fender Bassman with a something by
Yeah.
8 and 5 times 12 is 60, and I don't know what math y'all are doing, but then but like I was waiting because if you got to me, all I was gonna say was I want the bass sound of the bass solo from "The Chain" by Fleetwood Mac.
Shame.
It's just it's the last bit of the song, and it's just like a super clean. That's it. Like
Okay.
they're, but I mean, like I said, I play my EHBs in passive. I don't want to mess with anything. I just want to have sound, and there you go.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
I
What
That's
you're
why I like
saying
this
is
little
kind of
boss. I like
it's
this
kind
little
of like
boss
a
cube. Just put everything to
well,
noon.
even that doesn't really give like a DI sound, like a direct plug into a speaker type deal. It does a thing because I
Mm,
had it plugged to my drums and I was doing stuff, and as I was going through the amp modelings, it was doing different stuff to the sound
yeah.
out of the drums. So which is still, it's not bad.
By the
It's
way,
just
obligatory. Hey, you have to do a review video on the boss cube.
I have it shot. I just haven't edited it up.
It's
I've
just,
had
I
it
got to
shot for three
remind you
weeks.
every week.
Now I get it. Now listen, I need to go ahead and just sit down,
It's
edit,
not
get
that
in.
at this point, it's not that I really care what your review is because I've already bought it and it's here. So,
Now you just following the bit. Yeah, I get it.
well,
Yeah.
it's that, and whenever you turn around and release, if you're like, let me tell you why this is a piece of crap, and then I can go, hey, I like that piece of crap, bully. What
Oh,
should I buy instead, bully?
actually, I have no substitute. It's actually pretty nice, actually.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
like I said, I just like it because it can run on the batteries. I wish,
mm,
I mean, they have the MIDI, Bluetooth MIDI controller that you can hook into it so that it can have the Bluetooth to it, so you
mm,
can use it like a Bluetooth speaker if you just want to.
mm.
But I have to say, I'm slightly disappointed in that, like, hey, put in whatever it is, like freaking 9 AA batteries or something. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I understand
It
the,
used to be
I,
smaller. Like you used
well,
to
and I
only need like
remember,
four.
well, and I think it's just because, I mean, it has the two speakers instead of the one, like the original Cube, I believe had one, or the one had four tiny ones.
Yeah, I had
But
that one. I had that
but I
one, and then I
also,
think it
I
was
mean,
like
it's
four
probably
more.
also battery life too, if you have smaller.
Mm,
But I mean, I know the world of C's and D batteries is gone by,
mm.
like it's gone now. But why couldn't you have made it run it on 4D batteries and it would last like a month instead of 3 or 4 days on
Well,
double A's?
I would assume it's surface area, like it's
Well, yeah,
landscape.
also probably weight distribution. But
Hmm.
the other thing is, if you already have an empty slot so that someone can pay 50, $60 to buy a Bluetooth connector, why
But
don't you
again,
sell a rechargeable lithium battery pack?
these are all good questions. These are
It's
all
like
solid questions.
it was right after I bought the dual cube that Positive Grid announced that they had their Spark Live, which is like a busking amp that you have four inputs. We've talked about it before, but they have like a proprietary, almost like a DeWalt drill battery that you can just hot swap, and it's supposed to run on like it's like it goes in the back because the amp's like this. It's like 4 or 5 of the cube. It's
Hmm.
140 watt, but and since it's Positive Grid, they claim that it's a flat, like full flat tone, like that there's no EQing from the speaker itself, which isn't possible. If they had a poor, perfectly flat EQ, it would not be a couple $100 for it because everyone in studios would be buying them. But like I saw it right after I bought this and I was like, it's like $100, $200 more with the battery. And it's like, it's 14 times the amount of wattage, which does not equate to volume, we all know. But I also looked at it and I was like, you know what? I like this boss. It's tiny. Yeah, it runs on AA batteries, but I can buy like a 20 pack of those on Amazon for like 10
$9.
bucks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
eh,
Um,
I have weird choices in amps. I need a battery because I don't want to carry a power cable if I go stay in a hotel for work. I just grab that,
yeah.
grab my bass, put it in a case, and then I sit in there for 2 hours and play bass, waiting to hear a knock or a phone call from the front desk. There are people complaining that your room is being exceedingly loud. They should enjoy good music. I don't play it well, but they should enjoy it anyway.
So I did take the cube on the ship. I went on a cruise for
Mm,
I was and stuff, and
when they
of
had you
course
play.
I lost that footage. Um, so it actually worked out pretty sweet. I plugged in my iPad to it into the auxiliary port, and I was just jamming while on the seas. It was cool. Um, I had that one, and I also had this one, and this was what
That
I
little
took
tiny
out.
one.
Yeah, the CFG. I
Yeah.
took this out to the pool. So I was out at the pool with a little bitty baby imp chilling. Everybody's just kind of kicking it, and I had my close
And
bass,
I
which
remember when you did your video on that, even when you have it like cranked, it doesn't have like the whatever the proper term is. It doesn't fart out whenever you have that maxed or
it's not bad. Like it's not the best for bass. Clearly, it can kick butt with a guitar, but
yeah,
the fact that it can handle, and I was playing a 5 string, so the
yeah.
fact that it didn't
Like
just
I
fart all over the place, it's cool.
because I had tried the what is it, Spark Mini by Positive Grid, the little 10 amp they have because it has a built-in battery and it just
Mm-hmm.
charges with USB-C. So I was like,
Same
this
thing.
is freaking perfect. Like I can just use my phone charger and
Mm-hmm.
charge this up if it dies, and I'm good because I always carry a charger with me in case my phone dies.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this is great. And I get it and I hook it up to bass. And as soon as I got it past like 30, 40%, it's like, okay, well, so much for and I'd had a Spark 40 for at home. And the first one I had was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tone was great. If you, even if you cranked it past, if you got past like 70, 80%, but
Of course. Uh,
whatever. It's a bass that's being played on it, but I always kept it at like 30, 40, 50% on a 40
yeah.
watt. It was more than enough and it
If you're
sounded great.
practicing, you don't really need it to be that dang loud anyway.
Yeah,
Honestly.
and it was great. And then it did try to do a firmware update and it crashed and the whole thing lost any output. I could hook up headphones and I get a hold of Positive Grid. They're like, yeah, we're sending you a replacement. They sent me a replacement, never would play bass. It just sounded like garbage the whole time. And they were like, well, we can replace it again, but you got to send it to us first. And it'll take 10 days, up to 10 days. And then we mail you. I was like, what? You just sent me. I already gave, like, send me the replacement. Like, charge me if I don't send you the bad one back. Like I fully agree. This charge me for the shipping too. Like I'll even pay the shipping you to ship it to me, my replacement that I should get for free. And they're like, nah, we don't
You
do
seem pretty
we.
reasonable.
They were like, we don't do that. I was like, I just got this yesterday, and that's how you did it. Like, look at the shipping label. I just shipped you the other one today. They're like, yeah, our policy changed. I was like, in a week, in 1 week, it's changed. Okay, so then that's when I just went to my friends at the local guitar shop, and I was like, here, sell this for me. Also, here's a battery pack that I bought that works with it, so it became mobile.
Mm.
Sell that for me too. And then I
Oh
bought the
man,
boss.
if it works, it works. I actually need to put that close together. Um, yeah. Why don't I have that put together? Yeah.
Because you didn't do it.
So yeah, I need to. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
One Mississippi. He lied, everybody. It didn't take 1 second.
Yeah. It's a bass hang. Let's do bass things.
Oh, that'd be a novel idea.
Yeah. Ah. been a while. I haven't messed with it since the cruise, so hope everything's all right. But yeah, the cube is do like I got it for my kids' drum set, so they're
Hmm.
not in here messing up my stuff. You know,
Yeah,
mess up their own
I
stuff.
remember your unboxing video
Yeah. Um.
because it's the only one that you have about the cube.
It's technically three. Shove it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it was on when you did the demo for it on drums.
Yeah. Yeah. Now leave me
Yeah,
alone. Be
no.
nice.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Bully said, leave alone. Bye. You can find my one video on this crap channel that I'm using. My wife, she started doing TikTok. Like,
Okay.
she found people on there that she likes, so she goes in. Like, I told her, I said, "Hey, Bully sent the link, so I'll be doing the stream tonight." She's like, "Okay, that's fine. I found out that my friends are doing a live on TikTok, so I guess I'm gonna go sit out by the fire pit and do that while the kids play." I was like,
All right.
"Oh, that's cool." Now she's giving me shit because she turns to me and she goes, "How long have you been streaming on there with Bully?" I was like, "I don't know. It's like a few months now." She goes, "I made 12 cents on TikTok the other day." I was like, she goes, "And
Oh.
I've only been doing this for like 2 weeks." I was like, "Well, I've seen Bully make literally tens of dollars in donations during stuff.
tens,
So
tens of
tens
dollars,
of dollars have been
tens of
received."
dollars. Ooh.
I told her I'm still waiting on my commission check because obviously they came to see me but couldn't
Yeah,
donate. Yeah.
yeah. You know, I
Just send me
mean,
13 cents. That way I can show her I did better.
dude, I'll gladly do that shit just for the general principle of it. I
I'll
would
wait
gladly
until
do
we'll wait until base house and you can give me a check for 20 cents. I'll be like, "Hey,
that. Look
second
who's in the
job."
money. Look who's in the money. That's
Be
funny,
posting
man.
posting online the side hustle that can make you literally tens of cents. You could be
Ah,
raking in dimes a year.
dimes, big dimes.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see.
Not the bags, just the dime.
Just the dimes. Like yeah.
Yeah, no.
Let's not get crazy. Hey, Bully, have you ever played the Sadowski Metro Express 21 fret 5 string? Yes, I have. That video, it is blue and it is on my channel right now. Um, that bass is very
That's the
expensive.
one with that's the one that you were borrowing, right?
Yeah, my brother was in the room with it, and
That's the one that has the weird knob.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it ended up being a you just swap over the plug-in and it's fixed. So it really was just that simple. I was like, hey, come back. He's like, I'm outside. I was like, great, come back. So I
Good. You haven't
fixed it.
gone far enough.
Yeah, I fixed it. He was like, what was wrong? I was like, it was just put in the wrong slot. He was like, on purpose? I was like, yeah, this dude's weird. He's like, hmm, well,
Yeah,
did you fix it?
That's what Lob had said was like people whenever Lob was like this is weird and people immediately attacked her like you hate the guy. It's like, no, I just said this is a weird choice
It's
that makes no
strange.
sense.
Like it's a weird hill to just let die on. Like it's you don't have to do that, but I guess
It's like
if you're
when
gonna make something that's unique, I guess you gotta have something, right?
but but unique for uniqueness' sake, it's not always the best option.
I mean, and even
It's
that's
like when it's like when you get an instrument and like the plug for the cable makes absolutely no sense. Like when I had my Meteora, I hated where the plug was. That weird like
okay.
on the bottom, straight out the bottom. I
Yeah,
felt that was weird. Like I would have loved for it to have been kind of like how they usually do the Stingray, like flush on the front next to the controls.
okay. I guess I can understand that. But I've seen I had a Talman bass, and those
Where
are
it has that
like
angle.
it's like a freaking guitar type
It's
situation.
kind of like the
Which
what is it? The Tellys or the Strats? Some of the older ones have that like going in at a 45 to
yeah,
the body.
which
Where
I
it's like,
guess
well,
is,
I hope
I
I'm
guess
not
it makes
using a
sense.
90-degree cable because now it's sticking out.
It's wiped out there, and most of the time I was using a 9-degree table.
Let's
So
say I use one because you can wrap it up into the strap so that you don't work. But then again, now I just use wireless everything. So now I just have to hope there's enough room for it to plug in because that Talman, it might not because you might end up hitting the body on the transmitter.
now, what is this now? This is, I normally do this with some type of table, so this may not be ideal. This idea may not be as smart as I thought it was. I did want to play it on here. So I'm gonna keep on messing with it. I refuse to give up right now.
Never give up. And the words of Tim Allen and whatever that Star Trek knockoff, Galaxy Quest, I think is what it was called.
Oh man,
Never
don't
give up,
remind me.
never surrender.
Remind me of that foolishness.
The late great Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Apparently, he had a good time on that movie. I read a thing after he had died, and he was talking about how it was one of the most fun movies he'd been in. He's like, I read the script, and I was like, this is stupid. It's like, but I showed up, and then I was like, hey, I see why we're doing this. And he compared it to the like Adam West Batman series. He's like, I get what we're doing here. We're doing this for the sake of doing it, not because we actually think it's a great thing.
Yes. Very nice.
Now the body's still wood. It's just the neck that's carbon fiber, right?
Correct.
Okay. I know they make
Yeah.
the acoustics that are all carbon fiber, but I
Mm-hmm.
figured that would be. I don't think you could do a body out of carbon fiber if it
For a
was.
base? For a base?
I mean, for solid body though, it would be. You'd have to have some sort of weighting inside it. Otherwise, it'd be ridiculously light. You'd have neck dive even with an ultralight neck just because of the tuners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do have a acoustic bass that they've
Hmm.
developed, and it's actually pretty solid. We know I don't like acoustic basses. I think they're a waste of time.
We know
Um,
Amp loves acoustic basses.
oh, dude, he can't live without it, dude. I think he
Just
hates
what
more
was
than
that
me.
on? Was that on 100 or 101? If physics did what we want, this would actually be a good bass. And it was like right after he had released the acoustic basses all suck and here's why video.
Hmm.
Well, I'd say I had, oh God, what was it? It was an applause, but it was from the like late 70s, early 80s, and it was a bowl back, round back acoustic bass. So it was, like an Ovation because it was by Ovation, applause from Ovation, but had like the weird whatever it was, the fiberglass or whatever material they use for the back, and then the wooden top. And I hate the feel of acoustic bass strings. They're just like so floppy.
Hmm.
And so I ended up putting D'Addario tape wounds on it. And I bought it at a guitar center and I grabbed those strings. And the lady who was ringing me up, she's like, "Oh, sir, you grabbed the wrong strings. These are for an acoustic." I was like, these are for an electric. I was like, "I know." She goes, "Oh, these won't work on that bass." I go, "Yeah, they will." She goes, "No, see, they need acoustic strings." I was like, "No, they don't." She goes, "Well, electric strings, they're a lot higher tension." I go, "Yeah, but these are tape wound. The total tension of a four-string set's like 180, 190 pounds. The total tension on an acoustic set's 160. So that 30 pounds is not going to hurt this 50-year-old thing that you can tell has been just someone's backup that's been beaten all to hell the whole time that they've had it. Like I didn't even know why they had it out for display. Like someone had to have done a trade in or been like, I really need $20 here because they had it priced at like 130 with the case. I was like, I'll take that. And it had like it did not sound like tape wounds are supposed to help it sound like a an upright, like a double bass, because they have that more percussive sound to them. It did not sound like a double bass, but it did not sound like an electric bass at all. And it was great until you plugged it in and it sounded like trash. And that might have just been because it was 50-year-old acoustic electric bass, but
He
It
said it was
sounded like
great until you plugged it in.
yeah, if you did it for what it was, which was acoustic, and you had people within tens of feet,
Tens of them.
keep throwing the tens of them. You might if they were within three tens of feet, it sounded nice. Outside of that, though, nah. But my uke, I like my uke bass. The only thing I hate on it is the rubber strings are so weird. They just I don't know. But it's fun because it's short and you can just grab it and then go sit in the other room and play, and then you don't have to bring anything with you. And I got it for literally just traded it. So there was
This
no
is
money.
making this is making me feel nervous.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because if I don't put the neck on there right, it'll be shimmed up weird
Oh,
on the body. And I think I
gotcha.
did do that. I think I put it in there weird. So
So does the neck have like a receiving pocket for a bolt? Is that how it goes on?
hmm,
Like the neck itself, like does it have are those screws or are those bolts?
bolts,
Okay, so it does have like an
ferrules.
actual receiver. Okay. Yeah, that's the word. I knew they had a word. It's like a
Yeah,
built-in nut. It's just not. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm about to say that'd be pretty weird if it was just like regular screws into the
Yeah,
carbon fiber.
that would not how that's supposed to work. I'm aware of that.
Hey, you can put a lot of stuff together with decking screws if you put them at the right angle.
I do not condone anything he just said.
I didn't say what you could put together. I just said a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know
Decking
where this is
screws,
going.
decking screws, duct tape, and super glue. You can hold many tens of things together.
You just running this bit back, huh? All right.
Hey,
Uh,
run it
let's.
until it dies and then run it some more.
All right. So, have you played a little MB 200 GK? I have played it, but I played it in a. It was a head, and then it was a. I think it was a 210 or maybe a 112 that I was playing over. I think it was a 112, and it's pretty solid. I actually had one. I think that I gave to my brother. Now that I'm thinking about it, I had a GK MB 200 that I gave to my brother. Yeah, and I gave it to him with some 4.8s. So that's his studio setup. So I have played it. It is nice. That's kind of like I went through a GK phase. Like I had the Neo 210 on a 115 with a 700 RB head. Um, cool thing about that is the head and the speakers themselves they bi-amp each other. So like power is going strictly to the woofers and then power is going strictly to the tweeters. So like 50 watts to each tweeter, and then the rest of the power going to the woofers themselves to move. And it's always clean signal because it's capacitor out. So it's really crispy. So that's why I really liked it, especially because I was heavy in the slap and I was learning how to do doubles and triples and quads. And I was just machine gunning all the time. And it was really nice for that. So because of that, I ended up getting a the 200 for I think at the time it was like 199 because it was like 2000 and freak 2013, 14, 15,
Tens of
probably
years ago.
tens of them. Uh,
At least one.
at least one, yeah. So it wasn't really a big thing then. Like after that, I got this Fender Rumble for like $699. Now it's $1,000. So inflation. Um, let's see. Make that switch to GKS an improvement over recent Aguilars. I've been hearing that as well. Um, my most played favorite for me is the Ashdown CTM 30. Okay, two and fire through my RM 210T. One, because everybody's doing 210, 115. That's grown to be my amp sound. Okay, I feel like he plays P bass. Let's see. With the bass, mid shift, bright
I
controls,
feel like he
they
has
will
a
do
brother
vintage.
with a big beard too, and they have fuzzies all over their instruments. That's what I feel.
They're they're not ZZ Top. Stop doing that.
But they might be.
Um, best with all on all controls max. Marvelous rock sounds loud for 30 watts. Okay, I could dig it. Just got a quilter base block 800 for Father's Day. Heck yeah, congratulations. Heard that's solid. How does it sound? Have you had a chance to run through it? Please answer. So lots of power, great tone. I'm playing into three MV12s. Sheesh. Dang it. Okay. 312s. All right. I can dig it. All right. This is when 88 through it then. Okay. Let's see. Y'all up here chopping it up, chopping it up. I like this. Taking screws without star bits. I can dig it. That takes me off. I hate not being able to find a star bit whenever I got a whole box full of freaking screws. Um, what's happening, Carolina Big? What's going on, David? 800 RB still is the second best base head. Huh. I'm not
You
in
were right.
ZZ Top,
He's
but I'm a
not in
fan of
ZZ Top.
Dusty Hills way
Dang.
back. See, see, see. Don't do that.
Hey, I can't
Would
grow
have
a
been
beard.
cool if
I've
he was.
tried. So he
Oh my God.
responds with, "I'm the third brother, and I just wasn't wanting to be in their band."
Hmm. They're lost. Peasants. All
Most
right, so
ironic drummer name of any band.
let's give this another go. See if I can reset this. So yeah, other than the Sire, are you looking at anything else as far as base
Me?
acquisitions? Yeah.
I mean, I would love if they made a multi-scale of that new red EHB that they brought out, but I just I just don't see buying an EHB that isn't the multi-scale. I really like the
Hmm.
comfort of it.
You always
I
play in
really
the
like that red.
you like you never play in the dusty end. Like you never play past the 12th fret, right?
I mean, higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
bet
So it don't really affect.
yeah, I play one note at a time. That's it.
Man, you got to get out of that shell, baby.
Why?
You have to get out because man,
Uh,
so much
I
more
play at
bass stuff to
home
happen.
and maybe once at church a month. That's it. I don't play with anybody except them at church.
Man, you got
I
to
don't
get
need to
out
know
there,
how to
man.
do more than fill the root, and I am decent to okay at that.
Okay.
The last time I played, I wore my world's okayest bassist shirt, and the drummer is our music director for the church, and he looks at me, he goes, "I'll give you 2.5 stars." I was like, "Good." I was hoping for
out,
three,
out of
but
out of what though?
oh, it's out of five. Like he said he'd give himself 2.5 stars too. I was like, okay,
Um,
well, he's been
that's a
playing
loose.
drums for like 40 years, and
Mm.
we all stand on the belief that we know none of us are professionals. So,
But y'all all perform, so y'all are technically professionals.
no, 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 no.
That's not how that works.
Professionals perform for audiences that can, in some case, discern whether they're doing things well or not. I'm pretty sure we could all pick a different key and play the same song, and everyone would be, "That was great. You guys did such a good job."
Really?
Oh, we've had a time where we went through practice and something happened. Oh, it was one of the two rhythm players because when I'm the one who types up all the music and makes the I don't know, there's a proper term for it, but it has all the lyrics with the root note and melody above it.
Yeah.
There's a term for that. I don't know what it is. Um, but I put all those together every week, and then they're put into a Google Drive. So everyone who's playing an instrument that isn't the keyboards, because of course they have the dots and squiggles with all the lines, um, they get those, and they're I always have to put if there's a capo, because some of the ones that we have that play, they cannot slash will not play sharps or flats. They have to have it capoed so that it's a simple chord, and that's fine. Again, none of us are professionals. If you look at a song that's written 180 years ago, that's in a hymnal, that's written in E flat, and you want to put a capo on it so that it becomes F, or capo it to become a G, more power to you. If that's easier for you, go ahead. I don't care. The song Breathe was written as the guitar playing a capo 3. So sometimes it's part of how it's made. But I always make those, and we had a service once where I don't remember what happened. One of the rhythm, we usually have two people on rhythm acoustic, and one of them had something happen where they couldn't come up to play the last two songs for closing, and someone else stepped in, and when they switched to the songs, I guess they didn't realize that there was a capoed version and a not capoed version, and they went to the capoed version but didn't put the capo. So everyone else is in, say, E flat, and they're playing F, but open strings instead of the half step. So everything, or maybe, well, let's see, E flat, that'd be D. So they were playing in D, everyone else is in E flat, and the whole time, the rest of us, of the musicians, are looking at each other like, what do we do? What do we do? Like, we can't just stop the song and be like, you're wrong, stop playing. But we
I mean, you
also
could.
are all,
You
I
also
mean,
could.
we've, we have, I've been up there for 15 years now,
Okay.
and there have maybe, it's maybe a once a year thing where once a song gets more than like the intro part of the either opening lines in, that there's only, it's like once a year that we'll stop a song, because most of the people in the congregation, they're belting out their own tones whether it's on key or not. So I mean, if they're off key, maybe they'll hit the key that someone else is doing wrong and think, hey, I'm sounding better than normal today. So, but it's like maybe once a year that we'll have someone sing. And like here lately, we've been trying to do more of the modern songs like Lauren Daigle and stuff like that, where the professional musicians, they have like, 18 people on stage because they got two people playing bass and 14 people with violins filling strings, and then there's someone over there with like 14 keyboards surrounding them, so they have 48 effects going on each one. And then it's like, okay, we got a keyboard, we have an actual piano, two people on acoustic, and a guy on bass and drums. This is what we've got. We might have like three singers. We don't have 14 backup singers with literally every octave covered. Nah. So we started trying to do some of the stuff with tracks, and then we'll have problems where two or three of the musicians can keep time with a track, and the
And some
others are
people run
used
away.
to, well, some people run away, and then some people run far enough away that they didn't remember where they were in the first place, and then you see them just stop playing and go,
What is happening?
yeah. Like, it's always fun because I'm confident enough in my mediocrity that I know where my limits are. Like, if I'm playing a song and I cannot figure out that song, that's all there's going to be. If it's a song that I just can't get the timing on it, okay, that's fine. I will just hit at the first beat of every measure. That's all I'm gonna have. I'm just filling in for everybody. If it's a song that I've done, 200 times in the 15 years that I've been up there, then
You've
that's
been up there
fine.
for 15 years and you still okayest?
Well, I've only done bass for like two or three. No,
Oh.
no, no, I've done bass for probably, hell, it may have been, hmm, I'm trying to figure it out now
He's like, it
because
might have. Hmm, I should. Hmm,
probably at least 5 years.
that's cause for concern.
I was married when they asked me, because it was the drummer who comes up and he's like, "Hey, so the guy who plays bass, um, he has bad health problems. He won't be back. but we need someone to do bass, and the other person who can do bass is our lead singer, but he can't sing and play at the same time. You play guitar, you can play bass, right? And of course, all I'd played was guitar, so of course I told the truth. And I said, "Well, sure, it's just one string at a time. I'm sure I can figure that out." So I went and
The
got a bass.
disrespect. The
I mean,
disrespect.
I was a true guitarist. I was, oh, a bass, of course, I can do that. So I'll own it. That's exactly what it was. It was the true guitarist mentality of I've seen them. They just go boom, boom. So I can do that. So I go, and the lead singer who could play bass, his dad had actually played for like 40 years in Nashville, like just nothing professional, but like in a studio. Hey, we need someone to play bass, and they don't have their own bassist. Can you come in? It's what he did. Um, so he had an old Squire P bass, and he was like, "Hey, you're going to play bass for the church, right? You need something good. Come over." So I go over to his house, and he's like, "Here," and hands me this like blue with white pickguard Squire P bass. And I was like, "Okay, what do you want for it?" He's like, "It's gonna be for the church, $50." And I was like, "Cool." So I go home, I start
Oh,
playing it.
okay.
Do what?
Yeah, go ahead. This is getting good. I don't know if this is going to be
Oh,
a positive story or a negative
no, it
story.
was a positive story. He gave it to me. He just took $50 so he could say he sold it. He had a little bit of money, but he didn't need it. He had like 20. So I take it home. I started practicing with it. Like I had no idea how to play. So of course I get on YouTube, how to play bass. Here are the notes. Okay. Yay. And then I played exactly what I thought bassists played when I played the next week. Boom. 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 At the end of practice, the drummer, the musical director, comes up to me. He's like, "You've never played bass before, have you?" I was like, "At home all of this last week." It's like, "Yeah, so you suck. We're gonna you need to practice more, and then we'll see." And then I think it was a few weeks later, they had me play again, and I played for like maybe a month straight, so like 4 or 5 services. And then the lead singer was like, "Yeah, nah, someone else can lead, and I'm just gonna play bass because you're messing everybody up. Like you're playing, you're not playing something right. I don't know what it is. Like I can't even tell you what you're doing wrong, but something." So I was like, okay. So then I just kept practicing, and then it was I say probably 5 years ago is when I started, but I hadn't played bass at the church in probably 2 years. And then finally they were saying something like, "Okay, the bassist, lead singer guy isn't going to be here." And I was like, "Can I play bass?" And they was like, "No, no, you can't." And I was like, and then it's not just part of the bit because it's what I tell people a lot, and it's just coming in a lot today. I go, "But I've literally spent tens of dollars on lessons in the last year." And he goes, "Ah, tens of dollars." I go, "Well, it was like $50 for the first bit of lessons, and then I continued a thing." He was like, "Are you as bad as you used to be?" I was like, "Well, definitely not. I've gotten at least 2% better." He goes, "2% of zero is still zero." I was like, "Well, your math is correct, but I like to think I had at least 1% before because I at least knew what the notes were." So he let me try again. And then he was like, at the end, of course, I'm sitting here like, "Oh God, if I screwed up, he's never going to let me play again." And I love bass way more than any of the other instruments. At this point, I had like 30 because I get obsessed. And then I was like, I hope I
You
did
don't
okay.
say.
So
You don't say
like
you get obsessed.
at the end of services, I come up to him. Like he didn't say anything after practice. He goes off and does his normal stuff, checks the soundboard, checks all the amps, make sure everything's still good, that we didn't lose anything partway through. And I went to Sunday school anyway. But after service, I get done and I'm just standing there putting my stuff away. And he walks up and he goes, "You did all right today." And from him, that's a glowing review. So I was like, yes. I go, "So I could play again next week?" He goes, "No. no, Kevin will be back next week. No, but anytime he's not going to be here, I'll let you know. And it's been like 4 times in the last probably 4 months that he's gotten a hold of me and been like, hey, bring your bass. And then one service, one week, I brought the bass, went all the way through practice, and then
He showed up.
yeah, he shows up as soon as practice is over. He's like, hey, sorry, we had some stuff happening because I guess he'd been out of town and didn't think he'd be back in time. But I guess he got back, slept, and then showed up like partway through Sunday school and then was like, yeah, I'm here. Because he doesn't practice ever. He never practices. He shows up. He also doesn't listen to the new songs. Like we get the drummer will send out an email. It sometimes it's by Wednesday. It's usually like Thursday or Friday. And then he'll have like, hey, here's our new songs. Here's the songs we're doing this week. Some of them we've done, 12 times in the last 6 months. And some of them we haven't done in 10 years. And then here's some songs that we've never done before. So listen to him. And he won't. Like he's just good enough that he can come in and he'll hear what everyone's playing. He can hear like kind of like how you had said that you didn't get like the music or anything before. You just come in and be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're playing an A, and he'll do that. And then I have absolutely no chance of doing that because I can't. I can tell if I'm wrong, but it will take me at least 20 chances to figure out if I'm in the right key eventually, and then I'm probably still not. But if I've got the notes in front of me, I can play what needs played. That's the minimum, and I'm good at the minimum. But he never practices. He won't listen to the new song, so he'll get there and he'll be like, "Yeah, I've never heard this song before." And the drummer will just look at him and be like, it takes 3 minutes to listen to the song on YouTube. You could have done it once. And he's like, I don't need to. And he doesn't. And that's,
Listen, dude, I don't make the rules.
well, he does because he'll,
I guess technically he
like
does.
the first time that I had played after the like 1 year, 2 years having not played, when I asked,
Mhm.
like, does this mean I get to play bass from now on? He was like, nah. He's been on the guy who is the lead singer slash bassist. He's in his mid 60s and he's been on our praise team for probably 40 years or something like that. So it's like,
Oh,
nah, he's the
he's
seniority here is like
that's
he's not
annoying.
going. He's I
That's
mean, but he's good, and that's the thing. Although it's always funny because you'll get somebody like when it comes to music, I'm self-deprecating to a fault. I will tell everyone and I believe it to be the truth. Like, I'm okay. You give me a song, whether I've heard it or not, and I can play it with you, whether it's on rhythm acoustic, whether it's on bass. I can play it and play it well enough that I will at least help the song, if not, not make it better, but I at least won't drag the song down. And that's it. That's where I see my limits, and that's where they are. So like there's no I cannot improv. I could not improv to save my life. Like you give me a song and if someone was like bass solo, I'd be like
no.
boom. Your turn. There you go. I will
Hell yeah.
play the notes. Bass solo. Cool. You meant play the chorus. There you go. Bass solo. I played it double speed. And then since we're very rural type church, like it might be the dun 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 dun. That's your bass. That's your solo. I'll do the note and the fifth back and forth. That's your solo. Hooray! I couldn't improv to save my life, and that's okay for me. But like the other one, he knows how to do like a walk and all this other stuff. He talked to me once about like the numbers system.
Mhm.
Didn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
How?
He started talking about it, and I was like, "Are you talking about like music theory?" Like, because he's like, "You got to play this one. It's a 3-5-1-7," and I was like,
He just
"You
gave
mean
you
a?"
the progression.
He just threw numbers at me. I was like, "I know there's an A through a G, and there's
Yeah.
some that'll cut you if you touch them because they're sharp, and some of them have been run over by a truck because they're flats. This is what I know. You're throwing numbers. This isn't
Okay.
fair." And
So
then he was like, but he says it, and then I confused the crap out of him because he goes, "Oh, this one's a whatever, a 1 5 3 7." I was like, "Oh, so the main note, and then a fifth, the third, and the seventh." And he's like, "Third, fifth, and seventh. What are you talking about?" I was like, "I don't know how we're both speaking English and talking about music, and we're both using numbers, and both of us are confused right now because I thought for sure I knew what he was talking about, and then he thought I was just making stuff up." And I was like, "No, no, I know I know enough about music theory to be dangerous, and by that I mean to me. I can think I know what I'm doing and not."
well, let's put together. All right.
There you go.
Hey.
You did
Uh,
it.
yeah. So, long story short, the major scale, right?
Sure.
The major scale.
It's the one you use. It's behind. It's under the colonel scale, but above the sergeant scale. Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh.
No, not a clue.
You don't know what the
Not a
major
clue.
scale is?
Why would I know
Okay.
what it
Have you
is? I don't
seen
know.
have you seen
I
the
know. I
sound
know of it. Let's say
have
that.
you seen the movie Sound of Music?
Well, you mean do re mi fa sol la ti do?
Yes, that's the major scale
Okay,
in C. Okay. For every one of
sure.
those words, that's a number. So do is one, re is two. So when he's saying do a one, that's in a shizzle. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
but those. But the thing is with those that now, from what I remember from way back, because my school had exactly one music class, and it was when I was in third grade. So it's been a bit,
Okay.
a bit.
That's completely fine. So have you ever
Those
had to
are
do the
what
practice?
the practice.
Yeah, like have you ever did a major scale?
I think I know how to do one on a guitar, but there's extra strings, and I probably
Yeah,
don't
but
know how to
it's
do it right.
okay. So it encompasses four. This is for everybody, and I should do this. This is gonna be a video I make tonight and release in the morning because it's gonna be
Going to
very
start out.
simple.
So someone on my bass hang is completely
No,
ignorant of
I'm
what
a
a
I'm a
music of
completely
what a
I'm
scale
a
is. This is
completely
his
throw you under
picture.
the bus.
Here he is. You see this bald guy right here? Doesn't know nothing. So
Nothing.
this is I
Unfollow
dedicate
him
this vid
and let him know.
I dedicate this video to Travis, who I thought knew some things, said
He
he
knew
was
nothing.
garbage. I told him, "No, you're not." And then I realized he is just ignorant, doesn't
No.
know about nothing.
Uh. Well, you got to be something, and you chose ignorant. It's
Oh, I've
cool.
been called that. I've been called something.
Anyway, it's it's gonna be a 2 minute video, and it's very simple. You can watch as many
This is
times
how
as you
you
want to.
do. You got to do it with like the super high gain voiceover, like it's a 12-year-old's YouTube. This is how you do a major scale. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching my video. Please like,
Like and
subscribe, and
subscribe.
comment. And then that's the end of your video. See, this is now what's going to happen is I should do the same video in
Yeah.
my wonderful, wonderful high
Yeah.
production
You're
quality
yeah.
like the other crap
Absolutely.
video I put up. Just
Absolutely. You should.
don't even
Should just
practice it. This is
just keep
how
it
you
going.
do it. Don't practice it at all. Buzzing strings
And
and all
that's
that.
how it's done. You know how to play the bass now. Go out and play.
Boom. You just got to play a note every measure. I don't know what I think a measure is the top to bottom lines across the five other lines. I think that's how a measure works.
Yeah. Technically,
I don't know. I,
yes. No, you that was a good guess. That's a pretty good guess.
the
I ain't gonna lie to you.
pianists and the piano player and the keyboard, they'll yell at each other, "How many measures are we playing?" I'm sitting here going, "I don't know. I bounced from my right to my left foot like four times during that time. That's as much as I know. Got 3 foot bops between that part and that part. How does
Uh-huh. My head does this a few times. Go between this right here. I usually
I've
do
been
two
I
head
get
bobs to the left foot and to the right foot.
depending on the song, you might have two on one side, or it might be a da 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 da. Every now and then, I catch myself trying to not be either Chuck Berry or Angus Young with the, and then I'm like, oh, Somebody's gonna say something about this because
And you got a multi-scale bass. So,
it's great. You know, Chuck Berry would have played a multi-scale if he'd had one.
maybe, maybe, maybe.
He
I
can't.
can't really say. Yeah, this is the appropriate reaction for what you just did right there.
That's who I
Anyway,
play for.
yeah,
Is my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I make a joyous noise. It doesn't have to be pleasant for anybody. It just says make a joyous noise.
Yeah. That's technically what it's. You're not
I'm
wrong.
having. I have joy.
Hmm.
That's the normal reaction to me.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end this because I gotta put my babies in the bed. Uh, Travis, thank you for just. Oh God,
Existing. You're welcome.
yeah, man, you came
I'll
in
let
and you.
my dad's dead, but I'll let my mom know you appreciate her good work.
Yeah. That's.
And
Thank you.
happy Father's Day, bully.
I appreciate it. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Um, everybody in
We each
attendance.
got a woman pregnant. Good job for us. Yay.
This was
Happy
so. It was
Father's Day.
going so well until you did that. Now I gotta
I
bleep it out.
ruin all good things. And it's live, so you can't cut it. Take that.
I mean, yeah, I got it
That's what I was
timestamped.
saying to people at church today. Congratulations on getting someone pregnant. Happy Father's Day.
That
They'd be
is
like,
not.
thanks. And then they'd look at me kind of confused.
Yeah. Well, you don't. Okay.
It's true.
Uh. Yeah. It is. Anyway, let me
It's not
end
like
it.
I looked at him and said, hey, good job being a motherfucker. I mean, that's
So get. Get by. Jesus. Oh, he is. Oh, I am lightheaded. Okay. Thank you for everybody that's in attendance. This has been entertaining. This is Base Hang 112. I will be uh I will be working on a video specifically for somebody that I just kicked out of here. So y'all stay tuned for that tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go ahead and record that real quick. This is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid. Base Hang 112. Y'all be easy. This dude.